Brian Demarest called me in the office. Yeah, boy. No. Yeah, Brian.
Hey, let me get, we'll talk in the conference room. Let me grab Dave. No, Brandon, I've been wanting to speak to you for a couple of weeks. I just, I've been missing you. I think Chris asked you one Wednesday to stay in the morning, and I got here at 5:30 and you were already gone.
Yeah, because I told him I'll do the road. I start at 5 o'clock. But what's going on with that?
All right, first of all, can you take the earphones out of your ear? I just want to make
Sorry.
sure that you're not on the phone,
All right.
you know. So, basically, I've been wanting to talk to you to make sure that you understand the role that a swing driver plays here at Stericycle. You know, when you were hired, we spoke about, you know, covering the different routes.
Right.
We talked about, you know, those routes may start at different times, as you know.
Right.
We talked about the cruise ship business, talked about the cruise ship business potentially being on the weekends and so forth. So it's coming to my attention that every time we ask you to work on the weekend, you can't work. Okay? Well, part of the responsibility is if we need coverage and help on the weekend, the swing drivers are supposed to help with that too. Okay? Then it also came to my attention that we asked you to start early one Monday for a cruise ship, and you said, oh, I can't start before 5 o'clock. but we had to be down there at 5 o'clock. Well, once again, that's not fulfilling the role of the swing driver. Then it came to my attention that you told somebody you had another job on the weekend. If you have a job on the weekend, that's not putting Stericycle first. Those hours count against your DOT hours. Are you aware of that?
Wait, what counting against DOT hours?
Any compensated time, whether you're driving or not. So if you have a job on Saturday and you're mowing someone else's lawn for 5 hours and they pay you, those 5 hours count against your DOT hours.
They got anything in right now like I see that or something like that?
It's in the green book. I'll find the section and point it out to you.
Yeah, well, I'll try to check it out today and see that.
Huh?
I'd like to see that today.
I mean, I've been in
I know,
business 30 years.
understand.
I mean, if you think I'm...
No, I mean, I just for clarification, that's
25
all.
years at Coke, it was like this. Like, if people had side jobs, it was common practice. Don't tell, because I don't want to know. But apparently it's hindering you from supporting us sometimes when we need support. Okay? So the role of a swing driver is crucial to what we're trying to do here at Stericycle across the country. Okay?
Not to cut you off, Brian, but I understand all that. But I mean, it be like I said, I don't get no type of communication. I gotta find out things the morning of. I don't get like the day before or something like that to find out what I have. Like, and sometimes if I do come in, like say like Friday evening, I come in. One day I came in Friday evening, came in late. Monday, I know I had a route for Monday, and when I got here, the whole route was changed for no reason. And
okay, so let's go. What do you mean no reason? What example?
I mean, the route was just straight switched up for no reason. I mean, I had a route, and you got other drivers that don't have routes.
Okay, what day are we talking about?
It was a Monday, it was a Friday. I came in,
Right.
and I worked late.
That's the one that we spoke about a month or two ago? Because we've improved our communication to make sure that everybody's in the loop on what they're doing. Now, that doesn't mean that somebody can't call in.
No, I mean, but it wasn't like that. But I mean, I didn't get no communication with that as far as like when I came in.
You're not giving me a specific example. You're saying a Monday. I mean, what Monday?
It was a couple of months. It was like a couple of weeks ago. Not too long ago, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a Monday.
2 weeks ago, you weren't here on Monday. You called in on Monday.
Well, I know it's somewhere around there. It was like sometime like last month when that happened. When I came in and all of a sudden.
And that might have been because someone else knew an area better than someone else. Is that possible?
We
try to do that. We don't want to stick you in Baton Rouge. We covered some of this. We don't want to stick you in Baton Rouge if you don't know it. Right?
But I mean,
you asked not to have that done.
Excellent. And I have what done?
You wouldn't want to go in an area you hadn't learned yet.
I mean,
you want to get everybody cross-trained to know everything.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm
We're
always.
not there yet.
But at the same time, too, I mean, as a swing driver is a swing driver. Like, they be anywhere.
I've told you what the expectations of the swing driver are. Do you think you're fulfilling that all the time?
Yeah. I mean, I really don't be missing days like that, and I mean, I do my job to the best of my knowledge.
I think you've missed 3 days in the past month. Now, one was a funeral, I'll give you that, and the other one you told me that you didn't feel right coming to work because of, because of the funeral, but you weren't at work. It doesn't matter why you weren't at work. Were you at work this morning? No, you weren't at work. You punched in at 7:30.
Yeah, because of the rain. And then I was on the tornado watching warning.
Is rain an excuse not to come to work?
But I'm putting my life on.
Was St. John Parish under a tornado warning?
I don't live in St. John though.
Where do you?
I live in St. Charles, and I was under a tornado watching warning, and then me getting on that highway like that with the high winds, man.
You showed up at 7:30 and did what? Did you notify David you were here?
I told Chris last night that.
So you texted Chris that you would come in
late.
Right, but when you clocked in, what did you do? Did you tell anybody you're here? What do you need me to do today?
Well, my route was gone.
Brandon, you're not hearing me.
I'm telling you, like my route was gone on my box.
Right, because we didn't know when you were coming in. You say when you feel safe. What does that mean to me? What if you didn't feel safe till 1 o'clock to come in? That doesn't work for us. Does that not make sense to you? What if you didn't feel safe till 1 o'clock? Then I got to route down. I gotta do something to service the customer. You see it all where I'm coming from, because I don't think you do.
I do. I mean, I come here, I do my job, and I work. I mean, that's what I do. I really don't be having.
Okay, so let's go back. Let's start where I started from. The weekend work. You can't work weekend. If you can't work weekend, you can't be a swing driver.
What that mean?
It means what I said. I mean, it means the expectation is that you'll be able to support us if a weekend route needs coverage. Not all the time, but right now, every time we ask you, you can't. When's the last time you worked a weekend?
When
6, 8 months ago? I mean, I can go look it up.
Oh, I really don't have no recognition of that, but I mean, probably might have been probably on that time, 5, 6
Do
months.
you have a job on the weekends?
Yeah.
You know that those hours are recordable? I don't know what the job is you have, but I mean, if you work 8 hours a day, Saturday and Sunday, that only leaves you 44 hours to work for a Stericycle.
See, I'm not, cause see, like the DOT, I'm still trying to find out.
And that's a problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see like, I'm gonna have to see about the DOT thing, cause I mean, I'm not understanding that. The DOT thing, like how that works.
It's a rolling 7 days, and any compensated time goes against. Now, if you're volunteering and working for free, that doesn't count, but it's any compensated time. And I mean, I can find it in the Green Book. It might take me a few minutes, but I mean, I can find it in the FMCSA regulation book. You know what I'm talking about, right? That little green book, the DOT. It's under hours of
The
service.
thick one?
It's under section 395, hours of service. But we now know that you're working on the weekends because it's come to our attention from you.
Right.
In a text to David, to be honest with you. So now I'm sitting here stuck between a rock and a hard place. I've got you telling me that you can't work weekends and that you can't do the cruise ship if we need you to be at the cruise ship at 5 o'clock. Did you not tell us that? That
Well,
you can't start at 4 o'clock?
Yeah, I told Dave.
You told David that.
Yeah.
Right. So part of
Because I mean, with
part
the
of those duties are the crew driver responsibilities. So what do I do?
What you mean?
I mean, I'm asking you, if you were in my position, what do you do? I'm the driver. I'm telling you I can't do this, I can't do that. What do you do? What do I do?
See, like, well, you probably been some, like, well, not been, just kind of see, like, well.
I can't bend DOT rules.
No, you can't do that, though. No, but I mean, just like kind of like see like what's going on and where that person coming from. That's basically what it is, and see where they stand at, or like what's going on with them or something. You know, have communication with your fellow employees and stuff. You know, stuff like that.
Okay, so I mean, I'm trying to do that now, but I'm not getting too far. I'm trying to find out why you can't work on the weekends and why you can't start before 5 o'clock, and you really haven't told me anything yet. I'm guessing it's because you.
I don't get up that early like that. I really don't. I'm not that much of an early bird.
So you're telling me that you can't run a route because you can't get up that early?
I'm not that much of a.
Think about what you just told me. That's what you just told me.
Brian, where is this going though? Like, I mean, that's what I'm trying to get at.
I'm trying to get at, are you fulfilling the roles that we ask you to fulfill?
Yeah, I mean, I run routes.
I'm not sure you are. I mean, I got a supervisor out there running a route right now because somebody couldn't come to work.
Okay.
Everybody else is here. I live across the lake. I drove in. I've been here since 6 o'clock this morning. But I'm trying not to use that as a comparison because that's not fair to do. Everybody's different, like you said.
Right.
You know, but you know, the hospitals, the dialysis clinic, our customers expect service from us.
Right.
And we expect our employees to be here at work. And I've got situations where you can't be at work. You just told me flat out that I don't wake up that early. well, let me call Our Lady of the Lake, or let me call New Orleans East Hospital and tell them my driver can't be there, he can't wake up that early. Do you follow where I'm going with that?
I mean, when I got hired on, Brian, I was told my route starts between 5 and 5:30. But I mean, I didn't get the full detail as far as swing drivers, what they do exactly. And I'm being honest with you on that one.
I mean, how long have you been here? A year, huh?
Yeah.
I'm just not, it's supposed to be a relationship where between employer and employee, and it's supposed to be a give and take, and I don't, yeah, Monday through Friday, as long as it's after 5 o'clock, Brandon can help. But other than that, I'm not sure that those other needs are being met.
I mean,
would you be better off working a regular route and not being a swing?
I mean, I don't know. They don't have no position open for like that.
They don't right now. I'm just trying to figure out, but even then, you still only have hours left if you're working on the weekends. You only have so many hours to work. It is by law, federally, you are to report those hours. So all of a sudden, I'm going to get Brandon Brackens can't work past noon on a Thursday because he's out of hours every week. And that doesn't work for Stericycle. Does that make sense? So you would have to choose what you want to do. You want to work for the company on the weekends, or do you want to work for Stericycle? Stericycle expects your full commitment. We don't encourage a second job, especially as a driver, because it does count against your DOT hours. And I am trying to be as open and honest as I can.
Okay.
I really am. Am I a little frustrated? Yeah, I am. I'm frustrated in the fact that I'm even having to have the conversation, and it really not is about today. This is about what happened several weeks ago when the weekend job thing came up, and I've been wanting to talk to you for a couple of weeks about it. And then when I found out that you couldn't do the cruise ship, we can't. Carnival tells us that we have to be there at a certain time, and because they're doing like a clean out of the ship or whatever, and if they tell us we got to be there at 5 a.m., we need to be there at 5 a.m. because they send our corporate office an email saying, why weren't you there? So we have to meet our customer demands.
Right.
And part of being a swing driver is to be that go-to person that can help us meet those customer demands. Being a swing driver, for lack of saying it any differently, is more important than a regular route driver because, number one, you have to know more stops, more routes.
Right.
We count on you guys to do the cruise ship, to help out when someone needs it. We try to put people's weekend stuff on schedules, but if someone's on vacation and they have a regularly scheduled weekend, I can't always go to the same people and say, can you work, or I need you to work, and you say no. It just doesn't fit the description of what the swing driver needs to do.
Gotcha.
And then getting back to today, if you felt unsafe, I can't tell you need to make that decision for yourself, But I would say that when you got here, I would think it was your responsibility to go to David or myself, who were both here, when you clocked in, and say, I've reported to work, what do you guys need me to do? You didn't do that.
All right, that's my fault.
You texted Chris at whatever time last night, which I don't know. I haven't seen Chris this morning. He was gone when I got here because we were unsure of when you would be here, and that route needed to be run. It's got St. Tammany Hospital on it. It's got North Oaks, and if we can't just miss them. It's not, it's not optional.
I mean, the stop wasn't gonna be missed. It was just probably gonna be like a later coming, like as far as going run it.
The route schedule did not finish till almost 4 o'clock. So if you'd have started 4 hours late, you'd come close, because it's got like 14 stops on it. It's even got a needle of clock right here, which we should probably try and see if we can.
I mean, when I usually do Kelly routes, it always be just mainly everything North Oaks and all the little stops there, and then it's getting it back to the yard.
There's like one oddball in Albany or something right off I-12. But point being, how do we know when you're coming here?
Like what you mean, more specific?
What I mean is, if you, let's just forget Chris. You send me a text at 2 a.m. I wake up, I got a text on my thing from Brandon Brackens saying, you know, I'm not going to be at work till later, until after the storms pass. That's pretty generic. What if the storms didn't pass till 10 o'clock? It happened where it picked up a speed, because I listened to the radio and the weather.
Right.
It picked up speed that moved through real quick.
Yeah.
They were expecting this bad weather to go till noon.
Yeah, they'll be here
Right.
Right. So after the weather is a pretty broad term. You didn't call it 5 a.m., you didn't call it 6 a.m. and say anything. You didn't communicate again until we called you at 9 o'clock. And as an employee of a company, you can't just do that. It's not if it was the Brandon Brackens company, you could. If it was the Brian Demarest company, I'd love it if it was the Brian Demarest company. But unfortunately, Brandon, it's not the Brandon Brackens company, and it's not the Brian Demarest company either. And I've got a responsibility to our customers to fulfill that need. So I guess my point is, or you said where am I going with that, is I don't know when you were going to be here.
Right.
Even when you got here, you know how I found out you were here? I happened to be in E-Town looking at something, and I went to David and I said, David, Brandon Brackens comes in at 727. Have you seen him? And David said, no. So I said, David, call Brandon and find out where he is. Because I said, I've been wanting to, like I think last Friday, I think I was leaving and you were coming in the gate. I almost turned around to come talk to you, but I wasn't 100% sure that was you in the truck.
Last Friday?
So
Wrong time.
About 3:30, 3:40, something like that. But I've been wanting to talk to you, not because of what happened today, not because of what happened with your uncle, which I'm sorry about, but what happened several weeks before that about the weekend thing. And I'd been hearing about the weekend thing, but then I found out that you had the job, and I'm like, whoa, now that we know that, I need to remind him that those hours are DOT recordable, so forth and so on. Not making any sense at all. I just think we need to repair the relationship. You know, certainly don't want to get rid of Brandon Brackens, but somewhere along the way, I can't know that you're working on the weekends and not reporting those hours. And then all of a sudden, if you report those hours and it means you can't work on a Friday, we have a whole nother problem. If you, let's just say you work 11 hours. If you work 11 hours a day, Monday through Thursday, that's 44.
No, but I know here I work 5 days out the week here. I know that for sure. 5 days.
But it doesn't take long to get to 60 when you're a swing driver. If you're working 5,
right,
11, 55, that leaves you 5 hours on the weekend to work. If not, you're not legal to drive at Stericycle.
I got a question with that too.
Your hours your hours was never reset. Your hours, you need to be off the clock for 34 hours straight in order for your hours to reset. You can't work 7 days a week continually.
Now how the 60 hours actually go? 'Cause I know they take out 30 minutes for lunch. Now how that actually works? They do that add in with it, or do they take, or do like say
your
like
30-minute lunch counts in it.
Yeah. You don't subtract that from the 60.
So you don't. So if it go as you working throughout the day and you take a break, that 30 minutes still added to like as a full schedule. Yeah, because see, I didn't know. I thought like the 30 minutes be deducted like that, and you probably be like damn near close to 60, or probably go over, and it's like after the thing deduct from the lunch, they'll deduct down to 60. So I guess it's like 5 hours, I think, in 2 weeks.
And I'm at a position right now for today. I don't really have anything else, for you to do today. I mean, if I'd have known you were gonna be here at 7 o'clock, or if I'd have known you were gonna be here at 7:30, we might have been able to make a different decision, but we couldn't wait not knowing. So therefore, you know, I got an email from Chris saying, you know, I'm leaving to go run that route, and I haven't even spoken to Chris. Chris sent us an email at 3:53. Saying that he received a text from you that you would be in after the storms, and us not knowing when that would be at the time, we had to run that route.
Yeah, it was really that stuff, because I mean, they kept putting it under a tornado watch and warning, and that was like the main thing, that big squall, that's the main thing I was trying to get past, and then after that I was going to be in.
Well, that big squall came through long before 7:30.
Not by me, it was still 10 now.
I mean, I live in Mandeville, and when I drove here, I left my house at 5:05. But anyway, that's not, the point of my conversation was to let you know that something's gonna have to give.
Okay.
Either Stericycle or the weekend job or something. But I can't continue to have you unavailable to do certain jobs. And now, and like I said, now that I know about the weekend thing, it's my job to tell you that you need to report them.
Okay.
And we have to you know, we actually have to put them in our J.J. Keller, that you work 5 hours on Saturday, and if it starts affecting your job at Stericycle, you wouldn't be able to work here anymore. I don't want that. I would think this is your main job and not a weekend job, but I had no idea. So, okay.
All right.
Do you have any questions for me?
No, I just want to probably.
I can try and find the green book and show you.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing, because I mean, like I said, the DOT stuff, I know that changed daily, so.
Oh, it's in the book. It's section 395. It's just 395 dot what?
Question. My name ain't Ed Saul. Ed Saul would probably be able to.
I know it's in 395, so I'm close.
You're closer than me. I wouldn't know it was 395.
Well, it's been around for a long time. Like I said, I mean, we had it at Coke too, you know. And I've been in this business a long time. Well, I've been in this business as long as you are. I've been doing this 34 years. I've been in transportation. Too darn long. And I did speak to, and just so you'll know, I guess it was about a week and a half ago when I was going to have the conversation with you, and never did. But, you know, I did speak with, you know, with Joe about it, my boss, you know, but he's in the loop on the whole, you know, on the whole thing. Just so you'll know, I mean, he's aware, you know, that we were going to have this conversation or whatever. Because of the fact that we kind of expect a little bit more from the swing driver position. And I just wanted to make sure that, you know, you play an important role in that.
Right.
But I need you to play 100% role in that. You know. So I appreciate the time, but I don't know before you do this today. Yeah, anything you need to go to ICO right now?
They haven't sent out the emails, man. Come pick it up.
That's a constant battle. But you know, I can't blame International because all trucks.
The Lynch tractor needed a new clutch, so that took a while to get the order.
happy to give you 4 hours for coming in today.
show up
If you
time.
wanna- Yeah, if you wanna go home now, you're welcome to. We'll
Yeah, cause my power had went out, and that's what really fucked my whole morning up. Cause I was like, then my kids they out of school because of the boil water advisory right now. That's going on.
They came by on my way in.
Did they
It
cancel?
was darkness. St. John had a delay. They were going around 10 o'clock or something like that. My daughter didn't have to go to
I
class.
just don't remember all these. I mean, to me, summer thunderstorm is the same thing. I just don't remember all these,
My daughter would have had to drive to Southeastern if they wouldn't have canceled that first class. But they canceled because I didn't want her driving in
Yeah,
that
cause I
mess.
think Bugaloosa had a tornado drop.
Yeah, they got on the news. They told me that.
all right, we'll put you in for
All right,
okay?
that'll work.
Thank you for your time this morning.
No problem.
Appreciate you listening to me.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Oh, you want me to find that now, or?
Yeah, why it's fresh on the brain.
I think I got a book.
And you'll believe the sun gonna come out after all this damn storm.
It'll come out. May not be out till much later, though. We'll go see if David's got it. We'll go down by David.
All right. You want me to come down there with y'all?
Come on. Hey, you got a rainbow? Thought I had one, I don't know.
Oh, Dave, I need you got more than red gloves?
Yeah.
And some hand sanitizer too.
I believe you don't have a green book.
I probably don't. Probably gave it away.
There you go. Hand sanitizer. You normally turn in your old gloves or no?
Man, I've been using like the latex since it been raining a lot. And my old ones, man, them things then got saturated with some shit that fell on at one of them stops.